Hey guys, such a wonderful day to be a man, to always improve, to always look for areas that you can grow in. I just had a one-on-one consultation with a guy named Brandon. He's from Utah. He's 38 years of age. And it was very eye-opening because I used to think like him. He said he's well accomplished. He has resources. He has 2 degrees. And he said he's not that attractive, but he thinks he's average in looks, and he wants to know, Darius, how do I get attractive women? How do I attract the women that I really want? Because like all of us, like I have, like you have, you slept with some overweight, big BBW, sloppy women that you really want to be seen in person with. And those are women that you just think you could get. A lot of single mothers, a lot of women with bad attitudes. And this particular man, he wanted women who are in shape, who are feminine. Well, here's the key to getting those women. You have to not just put in the work, but you have to think and believe that you deserve those women. Okay, that's the key. That's the trick. See, the reason why you continue to go for average or trash looking women or basic chicks is because you don't think you deserve that other female over there. So people go where they think they deserve and what they are able to attain. So a lot of men go for these, the average plain Jane chicks, the chicks that they're not really proud of, but they think they can get. And they continue to settle for women who they're not truly attracted to. They're just trying to get a nut off, and that's it. So if you want to attract the women that you really want, you have to think first. You have to think that you deserve it. You have to be like, man, I deserve that chick. I'm not going to sleep with any more 250-pound women no more. I'm not going to sleep with women who got 3 children no more. You have to put yourself on a diet of sleeping with those women and say, man, I'm done. No more of that. This is the only way you're going to attract the women you want. Because the women you want, they can already sense if you believe that you're that guy. And if you don't believe that you deserve them and you don't believe that you're that guy, they'll steer clear from you. Women have this they can sniff a guy who's confident. They can sniff a guy out who believes in himself. And majority of men, when they see a woman that's attractive, you know what they do? They look at her and oh man, she looks good, and they keep going. They go another way. Oh man, she looks good. And they keep going. And they tell themselves all this stuff and feed themselves all this negativity. Like, you know what? I'm not good enough. I'm not attractive enough. She probably has a boyfriend. She probably will reject me. She would probably tell me, all this crazy stuff. Instead of believing in themselves and telling themselves, that woman will love me. I deserve that woman. Of course she like me. And making things happen. I've been there so many times. And matter of fact, I remember I was at the store. It was about a year ago. And I saw this woman and she was attractive. And what came in my mind? I started to think, oh man, she looks good. What if? Then I said, let me quit that thinking. Because oftentimes that comes through us by default. We get timid, we get afraid. And what I did was I had the courage. I said, you know what? I deserve that one. What's so great about her? And when I went up to her, we interacted, exchanged numbers. And she told me, a lot of guys don't approach me. I said, so how often do you get approached? How often do you, guys interact with you? They said, it's been a few years. She said, it's been a few years. You know why? Because guys don't think that they deserve that type of woman. So they make excuses. So they tell themselves all this crazy stuff, how they just wouldn't like her. Maybe I'm too boring. Maybe I'm this. Maybe I'm that. That attractive woman, the woman you want, 9 times out of 10, nobody approaches her because they think they're going to get rejected. They think she looks too good. Trust me, these women are just sitting there like sitting ducks. And the more you tell yourself negative things about yourself, the more you say, maybe my teeth isn't straight, maybe my hair doesn't look good, maybe I'm not tall enough, maybe I'm this, maybe I'm not. How about you start telling yourself positive things. Yeah, you know, even though I'm 5'6", I'm still good to go. It's, yeah, you know, tell yourself everything. I'm not a millionaire. Maybe I make this much, so what? And when you start imputing things, positive stuff into you, that's what's going to attract the women. But until you do that, you're going to continue to sleep with overweight, sloppy, bad attitude women with 2 and 3 kids. Aren't you tired of that? So why not tell yourself the good stuff? Even if you don't believe it, start just telling yourself, talking to yourself while you're driving. I'm done dealing with overweight women. I'm done dealing with women who weigh more than me. I'm done dealing with single mothers. Start telling yourself that. And the more you talk to yourself, the more things will come into fruition, into reality. This is how you attract the women you want. And yes, you have to put in the work and be fit and everything like that. But it starts up here. Number one, there's a lot of dudes who are fit and in shape, who are wealthy, drive nice cars. But guess what? They don't even think that they deserve those women. You know why? Because they're afraid. They live in fear. The minute you step out and start thinking positive thoughts, I promise you things are going to change. It's kind of like you're going to take a test and an exam. And you start telling yourself, you know, I'm going to pass, right? Everybody's been there. You about to take a final exam or a quiz or whatever. What do you tell yourself the night before or the day before as you walking in class? You start telling yourself, you know, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass this. You might say a prayer, right? You start telling yourself all this stuff like that because you're trying to hype yourself up to pass. And chances are you passed and you did well in that test. That's the same thing with women. You have to tell yourself, man, I deserve a woman who's in shape, man. I deserve a woman that's under 30 years old. Some guys are stuck with women and dealing with women who are in their 30s because they don't think they deserve a woman who's under 25. Tell yourself, I deserve young, attractive women whose skin is tight. I know it's hard for a lot of guys to realize. Some dudes just strictly go for single mothers. Some dudes who strictly go for overweight women, plus size women. That's not what you want. That's what you think you deserve. So what's going to happen? You're going to continue to go for land whales. You're going to continue to go for women who are built like refrigerators. You're going to continue to go for women who look like defensive tackles, who look like defensive ends, who weigh as much as a left tackle and is able to play in the NFL. Aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of women with bad attitudes? You know what you need to tell yourself? No more. And a lot of guys think I'm crazy when I talk about it in my live streams. I tell them dudes, tell yourself no more of that, man. You got to brainwash yourself. It's all up here. This is the trick. This is what you must do to attract the women you want. But until you do that, you're going to see that woman you like. Heck, even if you're on a dating app, you're going to swipe left. Oh, you know what? This chick looks too good. She won't like me. I've been there too many times. You're going to see a good-looking girl. You're going to look. And here's the thing. A lot of women want you to talk to them. Believe it or not. What do you have to lose anyway? What you going to say? No? So what? Too many men are afraid of no's. Right? Stop being afraid of a woman telling you no or rejecting you. So freaking what? You going to forget about her anyway. Why not take the step forward, take the leap forward, and tell yourself, I'm that dude. I'm that guy, whether you 5'5" or 6'5". You tell yourself positive things every single day. And it don't have to be just with women. It can be in everyday life. It can be for a job you want. If you want more money, if you want all types of different things. It starts up here. Tell yourself good stuff, nothing negative. Feed yourself positive things. If you want to get that promotion, tell yourself positive things. Now, yes, you must act and do things, but it starts up here. A lot of guys are acting and they don't even believe in themselves. When you believe in yourself, that's when changes will be made. You can't go out there and just, because women don't sense that. You go up to them and they're highs, and you don't believe in yourself. It starts up here. The brainwashing and the change starts here. You want to attract things and women that you really want and that you think you deserve. Tell yourself, I'm that guy. I'm the one. And when you start imputing this to your life, changes will be made overnight.